Hello, hello, hello. We are back with some Daily Race B in Gran Turismo 7. Been on a couple of other games this week. We finally come back to Gran Turismo. We are on the US servers tonight. I thought I'd give the US servers a try. I've not raced on them for a little while, and I want to see what they're like, because we've had some dodgy times on the EU servers recently. So I want to see if the US servers are any cleaner, especially on a circuit like Fuji, which we're on tonight, as you can possibly see in the middle there. We're on the Fuji circuit in Gr.4. We're going to be using the Atenza, which is one of the better cars on this one. I'll show you the leaderboard in a minute, but we haven't set a time on this one on the US server. I did a bit of quali on the UK server, on the EU servers the other day. I mean, it was okay, but I tried the Atenza. It wasn't too bad a car, but we'll see how we get on with the US server. So I need to set a quali time before the race at 10:02. So I've got a little bit, I've got about 15 minutes or so to set a quali time. And get him in the race and see how we get on the US servers and see how they compare to the EU. We are in DRA. I'll switch over to this so you can see it. We are in DRA to go on my account. I have to go back to there because it doesn't let you select it. Right, we are just about into DRA on the US account. We've kind of bounced around, but we don't use it very often. Sportsmanship rating is still S. So, you know, it could be worse. Could be worse. Let's see if it's open, if the entry is open. No, we've got a minute before I can jump in. But yeah, I think, has it got my quali time? Select from there, see what's going on. Yeah, so I've got it on my other account. I did a 147, well, just inside a 147.8, which is top 500, I think, on that time, which is okay. I'd like to do a bit better, but qualifying sort of straight off the bat, I probably won't get anywhere near it, but we'll see how we do. Get a few laps in and see how the qualifying is. 44 seconds before we can enter. Yeah, it's been an interesting week with the releases, where we've had a fair bit of Carmageddon this week. We've had some JDM. Got another video coming out for JDM in the next day or two when I get a chance to edit it. I haven't finished editing it yet. But yeah, good to be back on GT7 for a couple of race beats and see how we do. I was kind of hoping to get on for the half-past race and do a race from the back, but such is the way of things. We'll get onto it in a sec. So yeah, I'm on DualSense, if anyone who doesn't know. I tend to race on DualSense. And we do okay. Right, as soon as this opens, I'll enter the race and we'll get some quali times down. Because we have not got a quali time. I'll get a ghost up from one of the top ones. Hey Jade, how's it going? Hope you're good. We are streaming horizontal and vertical as well, so if you see me answering questions you can't see in the chat, there's two chats. There's one for each. There's a link to the horizontal stream in the vertical description, I think. So whichever one you prefer. Right, we'll go find an Atenza lap with a replay. So there's not many with replays. Right, let's start and see if we can get... Oh, too high. That one, that's better. So we're going to go with +5 on the brake balance. Hey Kim, how's it going? So yeah, +5 on the brake balance. See if we can set a decent quali lap before the race starts. So I've not raced this at all this week, even on the EU servers, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And I've not driven the Atenza much either. I just noticed it was one of the better cars. I tried it with the Citroen GT earlier in the week, and I've tried the Atenza and it beat me time with the Atenza, so I'm going to stick with that. AFC, no, I tend not to do race C. I don't know the circuit either. I can probably brake later than that, I think. So the time I'm chasing is the top leaderboard time. I might be able to stay in 4th through there. Ah, it's penalty. Too wide. Do that again. Race C next week looks interesting. It's at Tsukuba, and you very, very rarely see Tsukuba for Race C. It tends to be a short race. Yeah, it is pretty much. But yeah, Race B next week is Red Bull Ring, which will be Group 3s, I expect. The new Porsches do quite well there, I expect, so we'll try that, hopefully. But if Race C turns out to be good, I might give that a go. In a rare entrance for Race C, because it's Tsukuba, and I like Tsukuba. Oh, massively overshot that. Terrible. Hey Fancy, yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Hope you're good. That's better. Got to be really careful on the throttle through there. This is Gran Turismo 7 on PS5. And I'm doing some qualifying laps before the race, because we've got a race starting in 11 minutes. Racing on the US servers in Daily Race B. Massively overshot that as well. Lose a fair bit of time through there. I reckon I could go through there in third for a bit. No, I'm based in the UK. Oh, terrible. I'm based in the UK, I've just got a US account I'm using for this. I usually race on the EU servers. It is, Mike. There's a lot of... This middle section is quite tricky, and a lot of cars will just punt you off. It's quite a tricky circuit. So it's a 149.3, so we need to do better than that. Farming simulator, yeah. Mind you, I did play Project Motor Racing, and that's from the Farming Simulator guys. Lost too much time on that corner. Need to be much quicker through there. I need to stay in third for the start of that. Nah, too wide a line. Hey Mike, no, it's I'm running it through OBS. It's a custom thing. Yeah, there's a website you can use that does the overlays, and I've got a custom skin on it for a DualSense, because by default it shows you an Xbox controller. So I've got the controller plugged into a PC, as well as using it. It's wireless through to the PlayStation, and it's on USB to the PC, so it can pick up the movements. Overshot that corner a bit, and you lose so much time. Yeah, DualSense, you can connect to two things at the same time. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Xbox controller. So if I play games on the Xbox, I can't do the same thing. That's better. Because as soon as you plug it into a PC, it assumes you want to use it on the PC. And it takes over. Oh, penalty. Rubbish. Oh no, it wasn't a penalty. I thought it was a penalty for sure. No, because you can't play Gran Turismo on PC. It's only on PlayStation. 1:48.6, so that's a little bit quicker. Thanks for the sub, Mike. Much appreciated. It's a little bit quicker. Oh, that's a shame. That's better. How come your account's suspended? Did you say something to somebody in chat afterwards? Because that's usually the way it happens. So 1:48, oh. Getting there. Bit too slow through there. Oh, is that a penalty or does he get away with it? There, right, okay. Well, I know someone who got... I know someone who got banned for a week just because they asked someone in chat afterwards, why did you put me off? That's all he said. And they got banned for a week because they got reported for harassment. Doesn't take much. So we've got a race starting in 3 minutes. It'll be our first race of the week. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching the vertical. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to do that as well. It all helps. Stream a few times a week usually. I tend to do Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. About this time, 11 PM UK time-ish. And I do a variety of car and driving games. Mostly Gran Turismo, but this week we've been doing JDM and Carmageddon and stuff like that. Bit of Forza Horizon, we've been doing some of that recently. So yeah, anything goes. Cars and driving games. Slightly tight angle there. Yeah, terrible. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Forza. Well, there's a few good driving games. Well, a few that I'm looking forward to. I don't know if they're good yet because they haven't come out. We've got there's Tokyo Extreme Racer. That's out end of the month, a couple of weeks. That's had some decent reviews on PC, so I'll probably give that a go. We've got obviously Forza in May. Screamer is out. I think that's in March. It's an arcade sort of combat racer from Milestone, who did the Hot Wheels games, and they also do Ride and some of the bike ones. Yeah, they know what they're doing with arcade races, Milestone. So yeah, hoping to see what Screamer's like. And obviously there's Fuse Games. I've got that Star Wars racer coming out at some point. Hopefully this year. Maverick Games might announce something. Because that was Mike who used to do the Forza Horizon. He's got Maverick Games, so they're doing a car game. There's Lighthouse Games. There's loads of potential driving games this year. Yeah, it's like a team-based combat racer. Taking that corner too quick. I thought that'd be a penalty and it wasn't. Mind you, we're not going to finish the lap anyway. Hey Carl, if you just Google OBS controller overlay, soon find it. God, we're starting 10th. There's a load of A pluses in here. Hey Philby, cheers for the sub, much appreciated. Oh, and that's it, I do the same. Oh, Mav's in. Where's Mav? Oh, he's starting from the back, isn't he? Yeah, you just have to try and be a bit more gentle on it. I did that loads. I cramped my hands up and everything doing it. Where's Mav? Yeah, I tend to try, if you want to get a bit more control over it, I roll the stick, because I steer with the thumbsticks. Yeah, I'm using the Atenza. If you roll, I roll the stick around the top edge of where the thumbstick goes, and that gives you a bit more control. Oh, let's see how this goes. I mean, we're starting 10th, which is not ideal, but we're in a decent lobby. Now, I believe the thing with the starts are fixed, so I'll be interested to see how that works. It's a GT behind. Genesis. A couple of Genesises. Some GTs, another Genesis. The Atenza and the Genesis are quite similar. Oh, nice one, Nazi. Iceman, how's it going? Very good. That GT is ridiculously quick. It works quite well. Everyone's going to be so quick. Hey Nicholas, yeah, it's Gran Turismo. Oops. I'll give him the place back when I get back on the straight. That car's going to catch me on the straight. First game back, a bit rusty. He'll go on the inside anyway. Those GTs are just ridiculous on the straight. I'm going to lose tons of speed on that corner. Yeah, I could imagine the Mustang's alright. It's going to be quite tricky to hold the corners. Is he going to give me a bump draft? A little bit. It's going to be tricky catching up with the GTs. Because they can take that corner quite quickly. And we may have to give the GTs a go. For the corners are the tricky bits. See, he tried to spin me out there, and if he'd just carried on going, he'd have overtaken me before the end. Which is a really weird decision. Because the car's way faster than mine on the straight, and he'd have been in front. But instead, he's messed his line up, slowed himself down. I mean, I've got the inside down here, which is fine. Ah, penalty. I mean, these will all go past anyway. Yeah, you lose so much time over the GTs on the straight. Because if they block you off on the fast bits of the circuit for the Atenza through the middle, then you will struggle. So I'm guessing the cars with the fastest straight line speed, they're going to do quicker here. And the GT not realising that this car is slower through that section. That was Mav. Nope. Got to be really careful with the GT though. It really struggles out the corners. It's quite a long race, this one. 6 laps of Fuji. GT behind's dropped off a bit. Tyres have worn a tiny bit as well. Yeah, tyres are noticing it. I mean, the thing is, the game doesn't punish it, so if the game doesn't punish it, then people will do it. So it's the game's fault, really. way through. Go on, off you go. Well, these are GT4 cars, Gr.4. It's kind of getting used to what the GTs are doing. Well, that'll probably drop us back into B, so the next race should be a bit easier. Yeah, people aren't bothered a lot of the time because there's no penalties for it. Because I tapped him, I could have just let him spin and drove off, and I wouldn't have got a penalty for it. No, I might give the GT a go because it's quite that Atenza is quite slow, and you lose on the corners. And we gained SR. I mean, I don't know how it works. Our safety rating went up. Yeah, don't get that. It is, yeah. People have been practicing all week, and a lot of the time, I'll switch back to that. A lot of the time, it's just people are fed up of it by by Sunday, and it's just, oh, people are desperate. I mean, it's the US lobbies. I guess, I don't know, Super Bowl might quieten down a bit. But I think are we in B now? No, we're still in A. Amazing. Right, I might give the GT a go. Let's see. Have I got a GT? Have I got one? Let's have a look. Yeah, I tend not to watch it. I used to be into it years ago, but do I have the GT? The Mazda RX-3 Vision. No, don't think I have. Unless I'm completely blind and missing it. Got Genesis. How much have I got? 400. That's not enough for... Is that enough? Might be enough. I mean, I could always rent one. Cadillac F1 livery reveal. All right, okay. Citroen, isn't it? So France. Renault. No, that's not DS. Don't want DS. Don't get much time in between, do you? GT by Citroen Gr.4. 350. I can't afford that. What colour do we want? I quite like that one. Let's go with that one. Level 18. Right, let's see how this goes. I think it's +3 on the brake balance for this. Let's get a lap in with the GT and see how it is. Let's get a decent ghost. GT, but there's a GT. Well, I've got 3 minutes. This is a slightly short shifter, isn't it? I don't think you can brake quite as late in this. I know with the GT, if it goes onto that grass, it'll spin really easily. Does help if I don't hit the grass. It's quite a tricky car. Well, I'm not going to improve the quality. I didn't actually start the race, did I? Didn't go for the... I just went for time trial. So if I haven't missed it. Come on, let me in. Oh, 19 seconds. That was close. Nearly missed the race. I always do that. Hey, Cheat Death, how's it going? I am using a controller, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of controller users around. There's not many who stream the game, though. Or you know, do videos and stuff. Tend to be mostly wheel users. There's I know Radion does. He uses controller. There's a couple of really fast guys. I know Calster, who was he's qualified for the... He's currently in the qualifying positions for the Worlds. He's on controller. 11th. Ouch. Still all the A+. And Mav's in again. I do have a livery on the main account for the Citroen, but I've not got it on this account. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, you'd be just as fast on this game on a controller. I mean, there's people who prove it. Other sims, not so much. Oh, you got into B. Oh, nice one. I mean, B's pretty good. I think most players are in B, if you look at the stats. That's gone crazy. I would definitely recommend the manual gearbox. Yes, Cheat Death, there is that. I would definitely recommend manual gears. It helps a lot. Because you can do stuff like if you want a short shift, you can do that. If you want to drop a gear to get extra rotation on a bend, you can do that. It just gives you loads more control that you can't do on an automatic gearbox. And if you once you start pushing towards A, you're going to need that. So I'm not convinced this goes straight. Don't want to take any chances on the first lap. Oh, was that a penalty? That was close. got away with it. Yeah, they generally are. And people moan a lot about traction control being on and stuff like that, but the thing you got to remember with traction control though is what's quicker, being delayed a tiny bit as you go around a bend, or facing the wrong way because you've spun out. So if you can't keep the car facing in the right direction, use traction control, because ultimately you're not going to come off the circuit, so you're going to be quicker. Chickens. Hello, right here. Needs to do quicker out of that bend. Yeah, it does take practice to get the throttle input right. The DualSense helps with it's got resistance and stuff on the haptics on the triggers. Yeah, the DualSense on this does such a good job of letting you know what the car's doing. Better than any other game. Pongsack, thanks for the sub, much appreciated. Lose so much speed when the back end slides. Yeah, it's brilliant on Astrobot. Do such. Oh, someone's had a penalty. One of the tricks that it does in this game, which it does on Astrobot, is you can actually feel the rain. So yeah, if it starts raining on the circuit, you can feel it through the controller before you actually see it. Which is mad. Ooh, just saved that, I think. Yeah, it's wired only, isn't it, on the PC? Just give me a little bump. Nicely done. Probably a bit of a slide there. Survived. Hey, S3R, how's it going? Got one lap left. Thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider double tapping if you're on the vertical stream. No worries, Mike. Thanks for popping in. should just about get away with this, maybe. Just about. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to hold people off a bit. I mean, 9th is better than the last race. And we should still gain DR for that, because there's so many A+ drivers in the lobby. We've got a clean race bonus to that as well. So that's our SR maxed out. So yeah, we gained some DR. That's good. How did Mav do? 13th. Right, we need to improve our quality time now. See if we get anywhere with that. It's very easy to lose speed on this car. Because if you're coming around the corner and the back end starts to slide out, then you just lose it time. And this car is quite a bit different to drive than the Atenza. Yeah, too wide there. Hopefully that's a slightly better launch. I'm not braking too early for that. Any tips? Yeah, just take your time with it. Watch the replays of the faster players. If you're doing license tests or anything like that, or circuit experiences, put the demonstration ghost on and follow that, like I'm following this ghost. It kind of shows you where you're losing time. But especially if you try daily races, you need to unlock menu block 9 to get a multiplayer if you fancy doing the online racing. But learn the circuits, do the circuit experiences. Again, when you're starting out, it's whatever gets you around the circuit. I mean, it depends how much sort of sim racing type stuff you've done before, you know, that kind of driving. But the apex markers are quite handy. I'd not use the braking markers. I'd try and learn the braking for the marks for the circuit without them. Sort of find your own braking markers. Because the ones the game uses tend to be quite early. So yeah, I'd try and sort of master your own braking markers. Again, watch the replay of cars on the circuit experience and see where they brake. And what gear they're in. If you see where they brake, what gear they're in on the corners. And that'll kind of see you right, really. Oh, too much. Yeah, it's quite a difference. You'll find a difference with the online as well. The online can be a bit hectic in this sometimes, but it's not as bad as F1. Hey Kevin, it makes a difference from the immersion point of view. You know, if you want to feel more like you're driving a car, then yeah, it makes a difference. And there's some things it gives you that you're not going to get on a controller, so you know you get a better range of motion for the steering and the brakes and stuff, which some people find easier. But you don't need a wheel to be fast. And you'll find a lot of people, when they first get a wheel, are much slower than they are on a controller until they get used to it. Yeah, so I wouldn't say you need one, but if you want one, you know, go for it. It's all about how much fun you want to have with the game, isn't it? It depends. There's different ways of shifting, isn't there, with the controller? I use the face buttons, the cross and the square, because that thumb isn't doing anything. I'm holding I'm using my fingers on the triggers for the acceleration and brake. My left thumb's using the thumbstick for steering, and my right thumb is just kind of sat above the buttons anyway. So I can just rock between the up and the down gears with where my thumb sits. So I use cross and square for the gearing. And doing that for me is no different to really pressing the flappy paddles on a wheel. And it's all practice at the end of the day. You know, when people go from auto to manual, it takes a while to learn it all properly. But it's worth putting the time in. Again, doing the circuit experiences and watching the replays to see where people are shifting and stuff like that really helps. And then you start to build up kind of a muscle memory for it. And you get to recognize corners and stuff once you've done so many different corners. You need a US account for it. Hey Keklo, how's it going? Yeah, you need a US account. So I've got a US PSN account as well. So you need to log into that, and then it puts you in the American servers if you're on a US account. Because my main account is a UK account, so I play on the EU servers most of the time. But because I've not come into this until sort of today, really, I thought I'd go on the US account. Plus to see what the races are like, because it's been carnage on the EU accounts recently, and these have been alright. Still pretty competitive. They can be, yeah. That's what I'm trying this. Another experiment is seeing how good this behaviour is. might be a penalty. I might have cut that. Oh, got away with it. That's a penalty. That's probably about a second. How is that not a penalty? I should get past this guy with his penalty. Oh yeah, well if guys at the top end tend to be pretty quick. He's trying to block me off. Yeah, you tend to find, especially in the A lobbies, terrible corner. I need to sort that corner out. It's alright in the Atenza, it's tricky in this one. Oh, horrible line. Got punted right off the circuit. He's got off a second, so I don't know if I'll catch him. This guy's quite slow. I know on Race C on Dubai they've got the championship track limits, haven't they? Which are the proper track limits. They tend to be the actual track limits, rather than the generous ones you get in this. I quite like the new Porsche, you know, Kev. The new one. The Huracan was a big favourite. I always liked the 911 RSR, but they nerfed that, and the new Porsche drives really nice. I think when everyone's used to the generous track limits, when they go over to the championship ones, everyone struggles. Yeah, I do like the new GT3. I was surprised that the new Ferrari wasn't as good. I expected the new Ferrari to be massively overpowered, and it wasn't. Ah, it's a penalty. I've cut that corner. Wow, the penalties on this. What is going on with the track limit penalties? Oh yeah, yeah. The penalties on the new one are tricky. The guy in 10th is slowing me down. It's really annoying. He did, he just stopped. But then I'd have done exactly the same thing. So it's just defending, isn't it? Ah, rubbish. I right mess that corner. I've got a couple of laps to catch him. I'm hoping to get a decent run on these corners. Thing is, the Lambo can get away from the bends so much easier. Yeah, I could definitely brake later. I'm just worried about smashing the guy off in front. Because I know how early he brakes. Oh, the guy who punted me off has got a 3-second penalty. Oh, great, thanks. How did that work out for you? You can't in this. Yeah, it's fixed. What a shame that was. If someone starts bashing at you like that, just drop off a bit and then you just spin over the front of your car. That happens every time. They just smash into you. And all you have to just slow down at just the tiniest bit and they spin themselves out. As long as you're kind of pushing into them. The milkman, he's done it as well. I did lose SR in that, but then... Hey, Renzo, how's it going? But this guy finished behind anyway. Oh yeah, push and pass on the EU savers, for sure. And that's really, it's always really annoying because you know, if the game did a penalty for it, it'd be worth it, but it doesn't. I mean, I used to play this a lot more than I do because I got kind of fed up with it. I got fed up with the penalties and lack of them. Because I used to just mostly stream this, but yeah, the penalty system was just really annoying. You could be racing really well, and you just get absolutely battered. The Ferrari, yeah, I used to drive the Ferrari a lot on this one. I remember when the Ferrari used to be it was a good meta car, the Ferrari. So I'll just put this on. Oops. That's what happens with this car. It is a nice car to drive, and it sounds really nice. The Gr.4. Is it the Gr.4 Ferrari or the Gr.3? I really like the Gr.4. I'm not as big a fan of the Gr.3 because the back end slides around a lot on the Gr.3. Yeah, you need first gear around that corner. Oh, I've hit the grass. I was never going to turn in there. As soon as I touched that grass, if I'd have turned in, the car would have just spun out. That's a better run-up. It's a tricky car to get out of corners, this one, because the back end slides around so much. And if you're just a bit too quick on the throttle, then that's it, you spin. Well, thanks everyone for popping in. As always, don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Double tap if you're watching the vertical stream. We are streaming horizontal and vertical, as always. So there's a choice. And consider subscribing if you're new. And if you really want to help the channel out, we do have channel memberships available. Ah, I messed that corner. The track limits are very generous on this one. They're not normally quite so generous. Just not got into the hang of this car yet. Yeah, 6/10 slower than it was in the Atenza, but it's a much better car in the race because the Atenza's good through the slow middle section. But if you're held up by another car, you lose the strength of what the car gives you. So the brute power comes in handy. Well, I'm not going to finish the lap, but we've actually started with a good one. That's a shame. Right, let's see who we get in the race. We're starting 8th again. Don't push, that's very ambitious. So we've got to watch out for that Brazilian in 12th. I mean, I would have thought Mav would be quicker. Although he's probably only just started qualifying. Because Mav's really fast. It's the Maverick in 5th. Where are you, Mav? Oh, everyone's saying hello. Imagine you get everyone saying hello. You never get a chance to write back. Right, we'll do this race and the next one. So we'll do 2 more. I don't know if we... yeah, we're still in A, aren't we? So I thought we might drop back to B yet, but... So I do normally... For those who have just popped in, I normally race on the EU account. On my EU account. I'm just trying the US one tonight for a change. See how the servers are. No, I won't be watching that because it's 10 to midnight here, so I've got work tomorrow. So I'm not going to stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is to watch the Super Bowl. 3-0 up, okay. I mean, I did used to really like the Bears. I do follow their scores. And I know they got to the playoffs this year. But yeah. It was like massive in the UK in the 80s. Which was Super Bowl 20 kind of era. So you got a lot of sort of Bears fans and the likes of Miami Dolphins and LA Raiders as they were at the time. Loads of teams cropping up everywhere. And even I used to play American football for like a junior team in the UK, like when I was about 17. For like 5'5" of me. Sorry. Too busy talking. But no penalty for that. Penalty for that though. And that. That's probably a second penalty I've just picked up. Cut 2 corners. Terrible line. Oh, only half a second. Oh, could be worse. Shocking. I'm not going to battle with this car behind because I've got a penalty, so there's no point. Oh, scenic route. Oh, he's got a half-second penalty as well. I might want that place back then. A few 1-second penalties. And another one. I tapped him, give him the space, and then he threw him, he just spun himself out. Why do people do that? Let him off the inside. Come on, keep going. This is going terrible, this race. Braga is going to take everyone out now. So I'm going to brake super early. Oops. Couple of laps to get some places back. See if we can catch these. Should hopefully catch these on the next corner. Hey Joshua. Shame I messed that corner up. Sent him the wrong way. Right, I've got another lap, see if we can get anything back. Right, I should get a place back anyway. He called me out then. I braked too late because he braked too late. Oh, just got it. That was close. That was close. Yeah. Shame I bumped all those at the start and had to slow down. We would have done better. Probably killed our SR again. Yeah, we lost SR, but we gained some stuff up. Oh well, never mind. Right, we'll do one more. Somehow we're still in, eh? Our SR is taking absolutely hammering in this. It did last time we had this race. So last time, our SR ended up in the bottom of A. Right, we need a faster lap time. It's not fast enough. It's one of the problems with coming into this on a Sunday as well. So normally, kind of mistakes all happen on the Monday. And then the racing gets better as the week goes on. Because you learn where everyone else is braking. Because you've got this car, the GT, which is such a wide car, and it's tricky on the corners through the middle section. And then you've got the Genesis and stuff like that, which are really quick through the middle section, but lose out on the speed. I overturned there and the back skidded. Ah, penalty. Back end started sliding around. I think this is quicker than I managed with the same car on the other account. 148.0, but that was on the Atenza, wasn't it? I need to brake later on that first corner. A little bit slow through there. That'll be a penalty. No, you need to change the second there because you're not going to make that corner in third. See if for this last race I can get away without bumping people. The dog sneezy as he walked past. Losing too much time on that first bend. Must be pulling away in second on that corner for the extra speed. Oh well, let's see how we get on with this. Last race of the night. Starting 8th again. I want to try and stay ahead of that guy in 9th because he was quite slow last time. Hopefully get a cleanish race. Braga has such a short memory. I'm not going to get to say anything, am I? Ah, no got a chance. He forgot that he punted me off in the race earlier. So he's going to be able to put me off, that's for sure. So I need to stay ahead of him. Just got to watch the braking for this first bend. No. No, it uses my normal PlayStation Plus account. So I don't have a separate PS Plus account. Oh dear. That was unfortunate. He spawned it, he came back in just as the guy went past. This is going to get very messy. Well, there's a massive gap behind. Right, got three more laps. Well, 4 laps pretty much to catch this guy. Purple sector. Right, there's a right gap behind, so we should be safe behind. See if these guys take each other out. It's better. I didn't do racy. I tend not to do it. I tend to stick with race B most weeks. Just because it fits in what I'm streaming. I can get more races in. And I prefer the shorter races. Messed that up. Caught them up as well. Got dirty tyres now. I'll have to hope one of these picks up a penalty or something. That was close to being a penalty. One more lap after this. Such a shame I messed up the last corner. The corner at the beginning of the last lap. I was right on him as well. Settle for 7th, I think. Unless one of these messes up. Which doesn't look likely at the moment. Tyres are sliding around a bit now. Taking the scenic route. Still not a bad result in the end. Should have gained some DR. Oh, Mav got past Braga. A few DNFs. Such a weird race that, with a massive penalty at the start and then everyone else just took each other out. But we went up a position, so it's not all bad. Did we gain any SR from that though? Oh, we got a ticket. Let's open that. No. We're going to get a DR reset at this rate. An SR reset. Well, DR reset, yeah. Because I think we tapped the guy in front once, didn't we? And we give him the place back. Just at the top of B. We're still just about snuck into A on the US account. Yeah, we need to sort out that sports pursuit rating. But anyway, that was the last race for tonight. So let's just check if we got any roulettes to open. Apart from that other one. Oh, we've got 2. Let's open these. But yeah, thanks everyone for popping in, by the way. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you are new. Usually race on the EU lobbies. I mean, it's a terrible ticket, but it could have been a car or the NOS, so I'll take that. Alright, last one. This looks a bit better. It wasn't the lowest amount. It could have been better though. Right, so that is it for me for tonight. Trying to see if the lobbies were clean. I think it was me causing half the incidents on that one because I wasn't used to the race. It's always the way on that track. I had a few people were quite clean, and if they knocked me, they give me the place back. Had that happen a couple of times. I also had people just smash me out of the way. So swings and roundabouts. As I pretty much expected, that competitiveness, I don't know. There was there was a mix of A plus A and Bs in that lobby, which is a weird. You don't normally see that, so I'm guessing everyone must be off watching the Super Bowl, and there's not many people matchmaking for the races. That's all I can assume from that, but we will see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back next week, Tuesday, probably with something. I would guess this, unless something else crops up, is likely to be some Gran Turismo 7 on Red Bull Ring. I suppose it's Gr.4 Red Bull Ring for B next week. I'm interested to see what race C turns out to be, because it's at Tsukuba, which is a bit of an odd one. But yeah, we'll see. It's probably going to be some weird combination, which maybe try. But anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for chatting. Otherwise, it's just me talking to myself. And I'll catch you next time. Until then, bye for now.